devastation wrought by the atomic raids of 1965, three great police states rose to divide the world: Oceania, Eurasia, and East Asia. Atomic weapons were abolished, but not war itself. For only by maintaining the strain and tension of continual conflict could the ruling parties enforce absolute power. London, with its bomb-proof ministries, became capital of Airstrip 1, a province of Oceania.
Is happy to report that thanks to the vigilance of our gallant interceptors, no Eurasian rocket bomb was able to reach targets of any importance. We continue now with our regular broadcast.
Nobody keeps a diary today, because to do so would be punishable by death. I don't care anymore. I found this old book by chance. And I'm going to set down what I dare not say aloud to anyone. I've seen that girl again. I'm sure she was following me. Perhaps they suspect me already.
We interrupt this program for an important bulletin. The saboteurs Lewis and Siegel were caught a few minutes ago in the neighborhood of Victory Square and have already confessed their guilt. As he was arrested, Lewis was heard to shout in a loud voice, "Long live Big Brother!"
Up with your hands! You're a traitor. You're a thought criminal. You're a Eurasian spy. I'll shoot you. I'll vaporize you. I'll send you to the uranium mine.
Quieter now, Sabina, quieter. You can't blame her for being excited enough. This is her even with the spies.
Traitor? Thought criminal?
I thought we could take her there and then go and have a drink.
Why have you brought this desk so far away from the telescreen? It ought to be over there.
There's something in what she says, you know. She doesn't miss a thing.
I'll have to report you.
Nonsense, Selina, nonsense. Winston has nothing to hide. Have you, Winston? Ready then?
Yes, I'm ready.
6748 Smith W. Regulation 6040. Outer party members will always wear identification badges when going in public places. And Smith, don't forget again.
All right, I'm ready.
I'll order some gin.
Thanks.
Gin. I love that. Not here. Over there. Didn't you recognize them?
No,
Jones and Rutherford.
I thought they'd been liquidated.
They ought to have been. Traitors.
I remember their trial. They confessed to being in Eurasia during Hate Week last year, didn't they?
That's why the war went badly for a few months afterwards. They were able to disclose a lot of secret information.
What are they doing at Liberty?
B.B. granted them a pardon. Do you remember? He freed 25 prisoners in honor of the Mediterranean victory. Only B.B. could make a gesture like that.
I imagine they've spent some time at the Ministry of Love.
Oh, yes. That's why they're here. They're cured. Better not show so much interest. 2 gins. Oh. Thanks. Maybe we shouldn't have stopped here. I get pretty uneasy when I'm near people who aren't healthy, if you know what I mean. Oh, well. Long live B.B.
Long live B.B.
Anything wrong?
No.
Coffee, please.
Looked at that girl as though you were scared.
I dislike her.
And you know her?
Yes, she works in the Ministry of Truth in the fiction department. They turn out books for the people.
But you've never spoken to her.
No, she watches me.
That needn't bother you. I mean, even if she's a member of the Thought Police, you've got nothing to worry about.
That's right.
Something coming through. bulletin from the Ministry of Love. Tonight, Big Brother ordered the re-arrest of the arch traitors Jones and Rutherford.
Once a traitor, always a traitor. Would you like another gin? No, thank you. What's the matter? Don't you feel well? I have a headache. I think I'll skip the community center tonight.
This week, the number of entrants in the Big Brother Victory Lottery has exceeded all previous records. And after deducting the usual percentage for the Bombed Areas Fund, the proceeds to be distributed as prizes are the greatest since the inception of this lottery. Here are the results as they were drawn by the hand of Big Brother himself from the millions of numbers. The first prize, higher than ever before, goes to 634921. The second prize, also larger than in any previous week, goes to number 81346294.
Good evening.
Good evening. Remember me?
You're the gentleman that bought that old diary.
Yes. I was just passing by. I looked in. I was wondering if you might have anything else in which I'd be interested. Do you mind if I look around?
Not at all.
What is this?
Oh, that's coral, that is. That probably came from the Indian Ocean. Look. They used to embed it in glass like that. Oh, it must be 100 years old, or more.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is a beautiful thing. Not beauty as we understand it today, of course. It serves no useful purpose. But then, I'm an old man.
How much is it?
I could let you have it for 15 shillings.
Have you change?
Yes. Thank you. Oh, there's another room upstairs. There's not much in it, just a few pieces. Perhaps you would care to see it.
Yes, I'd like to.
I'll lead the way. We lived here until my wife died. I'm selling off the furniture little by little.
There's no telescreen here.
Of course not. It's a people's area.
I know, but it seems strange. That's an interesting picture.
It was a church. Do you know that word?
Yes, there were still churches when I was a child. You must have been a grown man before I was born.
You can remember what it was like in the days before the revolution.
Yes?
You can remember the oppression and the injustice and the poverty back in the 50s.
Vaguely.
I'm keeping you from your other customers.
Yes. Well, you have a look around. Oh, excuse me. Good evening.
Good evening. I saw some things in the window and wanted to have a closer look.
Anything in particular?
No. You seem to have some interesting things.
I doubt if I have anything of interest to a young lady like yourself.
I see. Do you have many customers?
Alas, no. The antique business is just about finished.
Do many out-of-party members come here?
Why should they? Ah, there you are. Your change.
Thank you.
Your paperweight.
Smith, W.
Where do you work?
In the Ministry of Truth.
Which department?
The Records Department.
What is your business in the people's area?
I had a headache. I thought if I got a little air.
When did you leave work?
1,800 hours.
It's now 2,200. Report tomorrow morning at 800 hours to Port Administration.
Smith W.
You took a rather long walk last night.
Yes.
Did it help your headache?
I don't have one this morning.
Perhaps you've been working too hard.
I don't think so.
You find your job at the Records Department too exacting?
No.
What do you do, Smith?
I revise history.
That's an unfortunate way of putting it. What you actually do is to rectify speeches and wrongly reported incidents, isn't it?
Yes.
Shows how great the need is for establishing newspeak as the official language as soon as possible. When the new dictionary is issued, there'll be less danger of calling things by their wrong names.
Did you visit any of the shops in the people's area last night?
No.
Did you speak to anyone?
No.
Did you see any other member of the outer party on your walk?
No.
You know the party disapproves of its members mixing with the people?
Yes.
You consider that unreasonable?
No.
6748, you're a member of a privileged class, expected to accept restrictions as well as privileges. I had hoped we might be able to deal with this matter here in your own ministry. But your explanations are inadequate. This report will be forwarded to the Ministry of Love for further action.
I think we can deal with it here. You're warned to pay strict attention to the regulations in the future. You can return to your department.
4B issued a 1000-hour...
6748 Smith W. Reference Big Brother's Order Gazette, November 12, 1983. Since the Eurasian offensive has opened in South India, it is impossible that Big Brother predicted this front would remain quiet. Rewrite entire speech. Show that through our magnificent espionage system, Big Brother had prior knowledge of all the enemy's plans.
Backnumbers Gazette, November 12th, 1983.
Signed 6127S. The following men have been found guilty of treason and no longer exist. Conrad Zarlinger, Gordon Prentice, Al Cho. Delete all reference to them from the gazettes of January 2nd, 8th, and 26th.
Back numbers Gazette, January the 2nd, 8th, 26th. What have you got there, Smith?
This photograph was between the pages of the Gazette.
What photograph?
Jones and Rutherford. They confessed to aiding the underground and being in Eurasia during Hate Week. But here it says...
What are you talking about, Smith? I don't see any photograph. No photograph of the traitors Jones and Rutherford exists, does it?
No.
The system is not perfect. Sometimes there are errors.
Attention, comrades. Take your places for the 2-minute hate.
We are at war with the people of Eurasia, the vile and ruthless aggressors who have committed countless atrocities and who are guilty of every bestial crime a human being can commit. They have laid waste our land, destroyed our factories, looted our homes, massacred our children, and raped our women. They have tortured and killed the wounded and prisoners, contriving lingering and horrible deaths for those who fall into their hands. While our gallant forces are engaged in a life and death struggle, we face on the home front an enemy who is far more dangerous. One of our own people, the arch-traitor Canada. This is the man, the leader of the underground, who betrayed our glorious revolution and would betray Big Brother. The man whose agents sabotaged our glorious 9-year plan, who retards our progress and sells our military secrets to the enemy. Is trying to tell you that Big Brother has betrayed you into fighting a war against Eurasia that you can never hope to win. He says the Eurasians are good, kind people. They do not want war. They want peace. He actually begs you to make peace with your brothers of Eurasia.
Hate! 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 Big Brother! Big Brother!
Gave his permission this morning. What did they choose for you? Comrade Bendon, the Victory Orations Department. Oh. Of course, politically, he's perfect. If our medical grades match, they're arranging a meeting next week.
Given me your contribution.
Which one is that?
The hate week.
Oh, just a minute.
Oh, we're making an all-out effort, going to put on a tremendous show. Now, who else hasn't paid? Oh, Syme here.
Broken down the family as a unit and made it an extension of the thought police. Spies have trained children to put loyalty to the party first, without any consideration for their parents.
What time do you finish work?
18:30.
Our next step is the complete abolition of the old-fashioned conception of love between man and woman. This energy must be diverted to
Where
the
shall we
welfare of
meet?
the party. The anti-sex
Victory
league is
Square,
very
the monument.
Men and women will be
What time?
so that physical contact
1900 hours.
by a feeling of repulsion. Within 100 years from now, the sexual impulse will exist only as a symbol of duty towards the party.
In a few seconds, Eurasian prisoners will be passing through Victory Square. These are the evil men whose ruthless lust for power has threatened to destroy the civilized world. Evil men who preferred war, but already they are beginning to learn the mistake they have made as they encounter the might of Oceania. Sweeping back the invading hordes of Eurasians. The figures of prisoners taken is the biggest since the war began. It's your chance, comrades, to let them hear the voice of Oceania. There they are!
We're safe here. I wasn't followed. There's no telescreen.
I know. I looked while I was waiting.
I've been here before.
It takes a little while to get adjusted to a place where you can't be overheard.
Or watched?
Yes, or watched. I can look at you now. Until this moment, I didn't know what color your eyes were.
You can look at them now. You can look as long as you like.
I don't even know your name.
It's Julia. I know your name. You're Winston Smith.
How did you find that out?
Well, I guess I'm better at finding out things than you are. Tell me, what did you think of me before that day I gave you the note?
No, I imagine you had something to do with the thought police, you know, from your general appearance. You're young, fresh, healthy. I thought probably...
You thought I was a good party member. You thought if I had a chance to, I'd denounce you as a thought critic.
Oh, something like that. A lot of young girls that way nowadays, you know.
Something here for you. Oh. Here.
Chocolate, yes. I remember when I was a child. Where did you get this?
It's black market. Oh, actually, I only appear to be a good party member. I was a troop leader with the Spies. I do voluntary work for the Junior Anti-Love League. I carry one end of the banner in the procession. I yell with a crowd. It's the only way to be safe.
What could you see to attract you to a man like me? You're 10, 15 years younger than I am.
There was something in your face. I thought I'd take a chance. I'm good at spotting people who don't belong. As soon as I saw you, I knew you were against the party. It's no one, darling. It's just probably a rabbit. What?
Jude, you're too young to fall in their hands. I can't let you take this risk for me.
I'm taking this risk for my own sake. Forget that sash. I'm not dedicated to the welfare of the state. Darling, they can't control love yet. It's a world worth a few risks.
I've grown fond of air raids in the last 6 weeks.
With luck, we can live as we choose for a little while.
Oh, yes, but only for a little while. You know that, don't you? The moment we fell in love, we were doomed. They'll find us eventually. We can't look forward to any future. We're the dead.
Stop. Don't talk about dying. Don't you enjoy being alive? Don't you like feeling, darling, this is me. These are my hands. These are my lips. I'm real and I'm alive. Aren't you glad of that? Oh. They're going to ring the bells again. Sign for the all clear. We'll have to leave.
Is it always to be like this? Clinging to each other every time we meet, listening for footsteps? Having to pass each other in the street and pretend not to recognize one another?
No.
Julia, I know a place we can meet. Once when you came into a junk shop in the People's Quarter...
Oh, I remember.
Above the shop, there's a room nobody lives in. Shall I rent that room?
Oh, rent that room.
Isn't the young lady with you? We'll never ride together. Of course not. How stupid of me.
I say that time heals all things.
There's another entry through the backyard. Oh, but perhaps I told you that. I forget things. I'm afraid it won't be as peaceful here as you would like. No, it isn't often you hear singing. Maybe that's the young lady now.
I'll leave you. Privacy is precious.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I was afraid you wouldn't get here.
Oh, you worry too much. Look what I've got to show you. Oh, God. Look at this. Look.
Sugar.
Real sugar, not saccharine. And look, darling, I've got a loaf of bread, real white bread. And here, we've got a pot of jam, and I've got a tin of milk. And this.
Coffee. It's real coffee. Where did you get all this?
It's all inner party stuff. You know, there's nothing they don't have. Oh, sweetheart, I want you to turn your back for just a minute. Just a minute. Just stay that way.
It was only a hopeless fancy. It passed like an April day. But
you can turn around now. Room, I'm going to be a woman. Oh, sometimes I wish there was a telescreen in this room, just so I can show those bloodless swine what a woman really looks like. Darling, what is this for?
Oh, that serves no useful purpose. It's only beautiful.
Rats! Some of those streets, a woman daren't leave a baby alone for 2 minutes. Darling, what's the matter? What's the matter? Darling, what is it? Did it make you feel sick? Tell me. What?
Once when I was a child... I'm sorry.
Oh, sweetheart, we all have something we fear more than anything else.
Oh, you didn't break?
No.
I'm glad. That coral, protected by the crystal. It's to me like our life together in this room, protected from the fear and the terror that seems to be all that's left in the outside world.
Look at me.
Yes, I look at you. For a moment, the fear is gone. But only for a moment. It lies out there waiting, like that rat. It's what they've made of our lives.
Oh, darling.
I can't go on like this. I got to fight. If I only knew somebody in the underground.
Well, I'm glad you don't, because no one in the underground ever lives very long.
If I knew there was such a thing as an underground, not just another diabolical invention to keep the people in constant hysteria. There's someone at the Ministry of Truth, a man named O'Brien. I think he's against them.
He's a member of the inner party.
I trust O'Brien. Not long ago, he could have turned me over to the thought police, but he didn't. He
gave me his address. Wanted me to call on him.
Don't trust a member of the inner party about anything. Darling, if once they should get hold of us, there would be nothing, absolutely nothing that either of us could do for the other.
If they catch us, what we say or do won't matter. Only if they could stop our love. That would be a real betrayal.
They can't do that.
Never, never, never.
Never. Oh, now can we have some coffee and forget everything except ourselves for a little while?
For a little while.
Jones and Rutherford have now publicly confessed their guilt. Confronted with evidence, they readily admitted that despite the clemency shown by Big Brother in the Victory Amnesty of 1983, they had engaged in fresh and more hideous conspiracies against the state. Among the crimes to which they confessed were the embezzlement of public funds, the murder of many trusted party members, immoral relationships with women of the party, and being in communication with the arch-traitor Cassandra. A news flash has this moment arrived from the Malabar front. Our forces in South India have won a glorious victory over the Eurasian hordes. The action may bring the war within a measurable distance of its end.
You can turn it off?
Yes, we can turn it off. We have that privilege. We've come here because... Shall I say it, or will you? No, I'll say it. We believe there's a conspiracy, some kind of an organization working against the state, and that you are involved in it. We want to join it and to work for it. Now, I tell you this because the only way we can show evidence of good faith is by putting ourselves at your mercy.
Martin is one of us. I think it's fitting that we should begin by drinking a toast. It's called wine. Not much of it gets to the outer party, I'm afraid. Is there anything you would like to propose?
To the future. And to the past. To a time when thought is free. And men are different from one another. And do not live alone. To a time when truth exists. And what is done cannot be undone.
In general terms, then, what are you prepared to do?
Anything we're capable of.
Are you prepared to give up your lives?
Yes.
Are you prepared to commit murder?
Yes.
To betray your country to foreign powers?
Yes.
Are you prepared, the two of you, to separate and never see one another again?
No.
No.
Leave us now, Martin. But before you go, take a good look at these citizens' faces. You'll be seeing them again. You understand, of course, that you will be fighting in the dark. You will always be in the dark. I will send you a book from which you will learn the true nature of the society we live in and the strategy by which we shall destroy it. Cassandra's book. When you receive orders, they will come from me. I assume you have a hiding place of some kind.
Number 1, Spencer Lane. It's a room above a junk shop.
Yes. Do you carry a briefcase with you?
Usually.
What is it like?
Black. They're shabby. 2 straps.
For the next 2 days, carry it empty. A man will touch you on the arm and claim you have the wrong briefcase. Take the one he offers you in exchange. In it will be Cassandra's book. When you've read that, we will arrange to meet again. And now I'm afraid it's time for you to go. Even for members of the inner party, it's unwise to leave the screen turned off for more than a few minutes at a time.
There is still hope for the world.
There is still hope.
Tomorrow, in celebration of the victory, Big Brother has ordered 200 Eurasian prisoners publicly hanged on Execution Hill.
I've got the book.
What book?
Somebody stopped me in the square. Gave me this briefcase.
The coffee's ready?
I just want to read a few paragraphs.
Oh, we can read it together later.
Oh, this is the book I've heard about ever since I can remember. This is the truth.
It's only words, darling. It can change nothing.
Don't you want to understand?
No.
Do you?
Yes?
What do you want?
I want us to be together for as long as possible. I want us to be happy. I don't want to destroy what we have.
But you came with me to visit O'Brien.
Well, I couldn't let you go alone. It would be too dangerous.
You're not interested in the underground? Or in Cassandra's book?
No, Winston, it won't make things better for us.
It'll make the future better.
What future? How far away?
100 years, probably.
And in our lifetime, nothing will be achieved.
Julie. We are the dead, my darling.
You are the dead. Stand in the middle of the room. Stand in the middle of the room. Stand back to back. Clasp your hands behind your heads. Do not touch one another.
Take the woman.
No, don't let her take me! No! No!
Julia!
I warned you it wouldn't be as peaceful here as you would like. Nothing is hidden from the thought police. That is something you must learn. Your education is about to begin.
6748 Smith, uncover your face.
You're prepared to commit murder? Yes.
Betray your country to a foreign power?
Yes. I'm prepared to separate and never see one another anymore.
No.
Julia! Silence! Julia! Silence, Smith!
When a woman's arrested, what happens to her? Where do they take the women?
They won't hang me, will they? They'll know my record.
Why have they arrested you?
There I was, trying to do my bit, never knowing I had any bad stuff in my mind at all. To know what they heard me say. Down with Big Brother. I said that in my sleep. I said it over and over again, it seems. I'm glad they got me before it went any further. You know what I'm going to say when I go out before the tribunal? Thank you. I'm going to say thank you for saving me before it was too late.
Who denounced you?
My little girl. She heard what I was saying. I don't bear her any grudge for it. Shows I brought her up in the right spirit in the way.
Room 101.
No. I've told you everything. What else do you want to know? There's nothing I won't confess to. Nothing. Nothing! Right.
What's room 101?
They wouldn't hang me, would they? For going off the track just once.
What's room 101? Take his bed. Don't be in too much of a hurry to find out about room 101. You'll find out in good time. What have you done with Julia? She betrayed you, Winston. You tortured her. I've watched over you for a long time. Now I'm going to help you. First, there are some preliminaries to be gone through, but after that, you will be brought to me and we will talk. So the time has come, Winston. Do you know where you are, Winston? The Ministry of Love. Right. Do you know how long you've been here? Days. Weeks. Months. It must be months. Do you know why we bring people to this place? Yes. To make them confess. You don't really believe that? No, I suppose I don't. To punish them? No. We bring them here to cure them, to make them sane. Nobody that we bring here ever leaves our hands uncured. Why don't you kill me? The first thing you must understand about this place, Winston, is that there are no martyrdoms. You've read of the religious persecutions of the past. They were failures. They set out to eradicate heresies, and they ended by perpetuating them. We do not make that mistake. We make them tell the truth. Why bother with me? You are a flaw in the pattern, Winston. You are a stain which has to be wiped out. When finally you confess to us, it must be of your own free will. We do not destroy the heretic, we convert him. We capture his inner mind. We reshape him. We burn all evil out of him. We bring him over to our side, not merely in appearance, but genuinely. Heart and soul. We make him one of ourselves. No one whom we bring to this place ever stands out against us. We will lead you, step by step, to the point from which there is no return. Never again will you be capable of love or friendship, or joy of life, or laughter, or courage, or curiosity, or integrity. You will be hollow. We will squeeze you empty, and then we will fill you with ourselves, with love of Big Brother. Now, before we begin your cure, are there any questions you would like to ask? Where is Julia? She's alive. Next question. Does Calador exist? Does the underground exist? That, Winston, you will never know. But that question, Winston, proves that you are mentally deranged. You have a defective memory. You're unable to remember real events, and you persuade yourself that you remember events which never happened. For example, do you remember receiving a book supposedly written by Calador?
Yes.
Somebody gave it to me in Victory Square.
You're quite sure that that book ever existed? I want the truth, Winston. Tell me what you think you remember.
I had the book.
Take him away. Let us take another delusion of yours. You believe you had in your hands a photograph of the traitors, Jones and Rutherford.
I did have it.
You believe it was some sort of documentary evidence proving their confessions were false. I remember telling you that the photograph did not exist.
It did exist. It does exist. It exists in my memory. I remember it. You remember it.
I do not remember it. There is a party directive dealing with the control of the past. Repeat it to me.
Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past.
And where do you suppose this past exists?
In records.
The party controls all records.
And in human memories.
The party controls all human memories.
How can you control the memory? You haven't controlled mine.
On the contrary, you haven't controlled it. That is why you're here. You've been lacking in humility, in self-discipline. You must make an effort of the will, Winston, and rehabilitate your mind. Then you will be sane. But first, you must be humble. Do you remember writing in that diary of yours that freedom is the freedom to say that 2 plus 2 make 4? How many fingers am I holding out?
4.
And if the state says not 4, but 5, how many?
4.
Take him. Now, how many fingers?
4. 4. What else can I say? 4.
.20.
0.20. 1, 2, out.
How many fingers, Winston?
4. 4.
.30.
0.30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you like. Going starboard. Sideways. Starboard. Out.
That's no use, Winston. You're lying. You still think there are 4.
How can I help seeing what's in front of my eyes? 2 and 2 are 4.
Sometimes. We've had all that out before. Sometimes they are 4, sometimes, if the state says so, they are 5. How many fingers?
I'm trying to see 5.
Which do you want? To persuade me that you see 5 or really to see them?
Really to see them.
.60.
0.60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Again, how many fingers?
I don't know. 4, 5, 6. In all honesty, I don't know.
Better. Winston, without any persuasion. There are 5 fingers there. Do you see 5 fingers?
Yes.
Look at them. Did you ever read a book by Calidore?
No.
No such book ever existed, did it?
No.
You see how the mind can be controlled and washed clean. Even the traitors, Jones and Rutherford, in whose innocence you once believed. In the end, we broke them down. When we had finished with them, there was nothing left in them except sorrow for what they had done and love of Big Brother. Stand up. Come over here. That's enough. It's a long time since you've seen yourself, Winston. Look.
What have you done to me?
Can you think of a single degradation that has not happened to you?
No.
Are you prepared to separate and never see one another anymore?
No.
Julia. Julia. I have not betrayed Julia. I have not betrayed Julia.
No. No, that is perfectly true. You have not betrayed Julia. Come with me, Winston. Winston, you were once curious about room 101. It is not one room, but many. This one, for instance. You're going to find out what lies beyond that door, Winston. But to whet your curiosity, I will give you a hint. In room 101 is the worst thing in the world. Of course, that varies from individual to individual. It may be burial alive, or death by drowning, or by fire, or by impalement, or 50 other deaths. Which death do you fear most in all the world, Winston? And even to answer, you've already told me.
A rat. A rat. It's gone now. It's the one thing I really hate. The one thing I'm really afraid of. When I was a child, where I lived, there were swarms of them. One day, my sister.
Will you lead the way, Winston?
Not to me. Not to me. To Julia, not to me. I don't care what you do to her. Let her suffer. Not to me. Julia, not to me.
Now, Winston, you are wholly ours. You have been washed clean. You will be released tomorrow.
A later bulletin has just been issued by the Ministry of Peace. The southward advance of the Eurasian army on the African front is still continuing. It is feared that unless a counterattack is launched immediately, the whole of Central Africa may fall to the invading hordes. A defeat in this area might well threaten the very heart of Oceania itself. In this grave crisis, the Ministry of Truth will continue to issue frequent bulletins.
Yourself.
All you care about is yourself.
Then you don't feel the same way about the other person any longer.
No. You don't feel the same any longer.
Attention, everybody. Attention. Here is the latest bulletin that's just been received from the front in Africa. News has just been received. The reverse maneuver planned by Big Brother and involving perfect coordination between the land and sea forces of Oceania has resulted in the utter rout of the Eurasian army in Africa. The enemy is completely demoralized and fleeing before our victorious troops. Long live Big Brother!
This, then, is a story of the future. It could be the story of our children.